Hello, welcome to another edition of the League's review slash preview show. I am your host, Samuel Traverswood. It's good to be here again for another week of fantasy football, reviewing the week that's just gone by. Week 13 is in the books. Some great games, some not so good games, depending on what side of the fence you sit on. So let's start off with week number 13's biggest game, which has to be Mr. Willis going up against Mr. Wood, the co-commissioners. One champion, another second place runner-up last year. No shame in coming second grade to a great champ. This game was poor for both players. No question about it. This is not what these two players should be scoring. 142, 135. Craig, he got the rub of the green. He just had a better quarterback at the end of the day and a better selection policy this week. Wood had a shocker this week. First shocker he's had in picking his team this year. Picked the wrong players. He knew straight away he was in trouble as soon as he saw what was going on with Mr. Graham in New Orleans. Sorry, New Orleans, as they like to say. It's a tough one because it obviously now means that Craig is regular season champion, and we'd like to congratulate Craig for that. As the rest of the league has a number of times congratulated him. So well done to the league for congratulating him several times over several different forms of media. So it's nice to know you're happy for Craig. So they both move into playoffs now. Wood goes in at a horrifying number 3 seed. For anyone that has to come up against a 3 seed like this, it's a tough one, and we'll get into the playoffs in a bit, but you did not want Wood in your half for a draw, I would have said, along with Charles, and they're both in the same half, so that's going to be a juicy matchup, we think, if we get that. Next game, the less said about this one, the better. George's Colts, who gave Mr. Brunning their best player for nothing, got blown out by Mr. Brunning, who scored 211 points. Well done, good score. Not your team though, because DeMarco Murray, you stole him. He would have scored about probably around 200, 190 without him, but we're not going to give him any praise for getting 211 because he didn't deserve it. George, thanks for playing. You've got one more game left to play and then you are leaving the league. Thank you for all your endeavours, particularly in the first season when you actually gave a damn. Anyway, moving on. 50 Shades of K. Yeah, boy, you gotta win. He gotta win against the best Smith brother. That's amazing for Simon. Happy for the boy. He's had a torrid year. I know we're expecting him to come in front of the media and announce sweeping changes and an apology, perhaps. We're not sure. He may even bring a co-owner in to help him because he struggled this year massively. Again, he's got one more game. He didn't have enough to make the playoffs. If he could have had an extra week, maybe he would have knocked Tom out of the playoffs, but wasn't to be for Simon. We thank him for all his efforts this year. We wish him best luck in the 7th and 8th match off against George, which is going to be, no one's even going to look at, I don't think, including them. Tom moves into playoffs at the 6th seed. Dangerous 6th seed. Lucky to be there, I think, but yeah, congratulations to him. Finally, last match, we have Mr. Oliver Hume and Charlie Boy, Charles Smith. Well done to Charles, highest scorer this week with 205 points. We're not including Andrew Brunning's score. Highest score this week, Charles. Congratulations. A scary player to have to come up against in the playoffs, I'm sure. He's gunning for it this year after last year's disaster, going out first round. He's got a bye. Congratulations to him on that. He's done brilliantly. This year, he got in on the tiebreak. He beat Wood. He beat one of the top players. So he goes in above him. That's fair enough. That's how this game works. And anyone criticising the commissioner's office needs to take a long, hard look at himself, because this is creating a bit of excitement this week and the weeks coming up. Ollie moves in at 4 seed. Last year I had him pegged as a potential champion. This year it's going to take a lot. If he can get a lucky couple of weeks, he's got a really good chance. But we shall see. I think Ollie's a dark horse along with Mr. Brunning. Obviously Brunning hasn't got his own team, he's got someone else's player, but that's the way it goes. Right, now we're going to move on into what we would like to call playoff football. Here we go, week 14, and we are now into the thick of it, the playoffs. We'll start off, Ollie versus Andy. This is a game that people, I think this is the one this week, this is the good game. This is one everyone wants to keep an eye on. Andy's been already started bad-mouthing Ollie. He's saying he's going to put up a serious number this week. Ollie's a joke. If he's on holiday, he's got a better chance, which is a very... we like to make jokes here about Oliver going on holiday a lot. But Andy's crossed the line with what he said. Sources tell us that Andy's been ripping him, saying he's going to smash him, he's going to put big number up, he's going to take him apart. If you're going to say it, you've got to back it up, you know. And I hate to say it, I think he might back it up with a bit of DeMarco in his team, you know. If you've got DeMarco Murray, you're going to be a favourite to win. You know, I feel sorry for Ollie. His team is so hit and miss. Deshaun, he's got Odell Beckham now. Yeah, he's a nice asset to have. One of the best wide receivers coming up. And he's got DeMarco. He's got a good team now, and it's going to be. He's got Antonio. We really like Antonio Brown. I'm going to give this win to Andrew Brunning. If it's because of DeMarco Murray, then it's a hollow victory. It's not really a victory to me. I don't know how the rest of the league feels about it. Well, I do. They all think he's a clown. But, you know, it's one of those things we have to deal with and move on with. So, Andrew Brunning, I'm giving you the win. But, I'll tell you one thing. Ollie can cause an upset here. And if he does, I'm going for him to win it all. If he wins this week, he can win it all. He's going to win it all. I'm guaranteeing it here. Ollie wins it all if he wins this week. Next up, Thomas Smith versus the league champ Samuel Wood. It's the game that really shouldn't be that close. It should be a win for Wood. But we know Wood's worried. We know he doesn't want to go out first round. No one wants to go one and done. It's one of the worst feelings. Ask Charles Smith how it feels to go one and done. I think Simon may have got through the first round, so he won't know. But you know, Charles, it's not nice to go first round. This is going to be there's been trash talk already. Tom has already started chirping up, walking in while Wood's working out, walked into his gym and started smack talking him straight off the bat. He's going to smash him, he's going to do this, he's got that, Marshawn Lynch this, Marshawn Lynch that. Let me tell you something, Tom Smith, you may have Marshawn Lynch, but Wood has got a plethora of players that can smash Marshawn Lynch up. Eddie Lacy, Alfred Morris, we haven't even got into his quarterback, Johnny Football, baby. Johnny Football's taking him all the way. This is a blowout win. Wood wins this, no questions asked. Tom, thanks for coming, but it's all over. We have a statement from Mr. Wood, which he asked us if we would read for him. So here it goes. To not win the regular season title was a setback in my main aim to dominate the league again this year. Congratulations to Craig on finally getting a win against Samuel Wood. I am upset with my own selection this week and also some of my players' performances, including Mr. Jimmy Graham in New Orleans. This performance will not happen again from both me and hopefully my players. To those of you who are happy to see that Mr. Willis won a meaningless title and to see myself not win a title, a regular season title that is, I say this to you. The Empire will strike back. Powerful words indeed. He's obviously thought a lot about that. And obviously I think he's been a bit riled by everyone's congratulations to Craig, not really appreciating the perceived hate he's getting. I think the people in the league love to hate Wood. I think there's a respect there. I think they know he's a good player. I think they know it, and I think they fear him. They love to hate, and they need a figure. But look, this guy. There's one enemy in this league bigger than Wood, and its name is Andrew Brunning. Everyone knows it. They just don't want to say it. Oh, the commissioner's office will say it. the Andrew Brunning saga has caused this league more harm than anything else ever in the history of the league, and it is a damn shame that he's in the playoffs with another team, another person's player, and we will not stand for this anymore. You know, he's talking smack talk to Ollie already. I wonder what Ollie's response. I'd like to see what Ollie's response is to that. Maybe if you could post something, Ollie, if you're watching this, that'd be really I'd really appreciate that. Secondly, there's also a new poll up on the league site on who you think's going to win the league, and we would also do a brief story, actually a write-up this week with more detail going into the playoff matchups and what we think. But thank you very much for watching. I've been your commissioner, your league champion, still the league champion. Don't let you forget it, and most importantly, your friend. Peace out.